All right, everyone, this is Marco Palmero, founder of Ulysses in Dubai. And in this video, I want to talk about some of the onboarding questions that we ask to clients that we work with when it comes to off-market deal flow in the Middle East. As I mentioned in many other videos, one of our core strengths at Ulysses is identifying and qualifying off-market deal flow, not only for ourselves, but also for other companies. And we've been doing that for many businesses, and that is one of the things that we're very good at. So many times we interact with businesses that wish to enter the Middle East or the UAE and identify acquisitions and investment opportunities in this market, but they don't necessarily want to be exposed to the market. They don't want to put their name out there. And in addition, they want to access quality opportunities that are not necessarily listed on any broker site, or they're not available to the public. As a consequence, we can step in with our off-market deal flow service, and we support companies throughout the process, and we basically source, qualify, and present opportunities to them, or to you in this case, so that you can then filter these opportunities on your own and then take control of the transaction. So our responsibility is to bring to your table as many opportunities as possible that are not listed on the public market, so to speak. And then from that moment on, when you identify a deal that you want to move forward with, you can take control of the transaction and own it fully without having to deal with any intermediary. But having said that, let's assume that you're interested in some of these services and that you want to work with us on this process. What are some of the questions that we ask as onboarding, just to get a better feeling of what are the targets that you're looking at? Well, these questions are actually quite basic, and they're just broad information that enable us to narrow our focus and really work on specific targets that can actually suit you and that will match your goals and objectives. Now, starting with the requirements, and I'm going to list them in no particular order, we have the industry, of course, the industry that you want to focus on. What is the vertical within that industry that you wish to target, if any? And is there any specific element of that industry that we must be aware of when selecting targets on your behalf? Subsequently to that, what is the geography that you wish to target? We generally work on Middle East targets, but some people might want to focus on countries within the Middle East, for example, the UAE, for example, Saudi Arabia or Oman. So we need to understand what is the geographic focus and where are the targets that you're looking for. In addition to that, we look at the company revenue and employee count, and that is to enable really to filter down the companies that are available, because in many cases there might come to our plate a lot of opportunities that don't necessarily fit you because they're either too small or too big. With this process, we just narrow things down even further, and we're able to select the companies that are good for you from a revenue standpoint and also from an employee count standpoint. Of course, we also talk about years in business. That is a very important topic in my opinion, especially in UAE, where a lot of businesses are founded on a yearly basis, and sometimes the years of operations are not a lot. It is important to understand if you're okay with businesses that are relatively young, so 3-5 years old, or if you want mature businesses that are 5 years or older, or maybe even more. That is also an important question that we want to address in our onboarding process, so that, again, we can really pinpoint the best possible opportunities available in the market. Then we move forward with some other technical questions, and we go more into the aspects of managing the business and how the business is currently run. The questions that might get asked are, do you want a business that is not owner operated, or you're fine with companies that still have an owner that is deeply involved in management? And if that is the case, do you wish the owners to stay after you acquire the business? Those are important questions because that will enable us to filter sellers accordingly and make sure you're only interacting with people that are okay either staying or not staying after you take over the assets. Now, some other basic yes or no questions, I got them listed in front of me, are real estate. Are you okay in buying real estate attached to the business, or you wish to buy the business itself without any hard assets attached to it? As you might find out, as you already as you are in the process of looking at Middle East assets, in some places it might not be possible for you to buy real estate. So this is a little bit of a complex topic and we need to dive deeper into that. But the point is, do you wish to get real estate or not? Are you okay with it? Is it a good option for you? Then of course we go into the most sensitive topic, the financial aspects of the business. Do you want profitable opportunities? Businesses that are breaking even? Are you okay with turnarounds? What are the companies that you're looking for? Of course, turnarounds might be great opportunities for you if you're very good at management and you can turn these businesses around and you can buy them at a discount and make them worth a lot of money in the short term. Or you might just want to focus on EBITDA positive assets that are already generating money. If that is the answer to the question, then it is important to understand what is the EBITDA percentage that you're targeting. Depending on the industry, that might vary, and depending on the size of the company, that might vary as well. And I'm sure you'll know a lot more about that than I do, because that is your sector, that is your vertical, that's what you're good at. Long story short, we then hit to the final questions, which are customer type. It's good to understand if you have a preference for how this company is getting his customers. Might be a B2C, a B2B, might be dealing directly with insurances or other types of solutions that are different to industries. The point is, it is important to get a feeling of what is your preferential structure for this business, so that we can then pick the best possible ones that are going to enable you to integrate this business into your core company. And that will facilitate the process by a lot, because it will enable really to filter things down to a few targets that are actually the good ones that you want to look at. Of course, then we go ahead and talk a little bit more about the terms and the options that you want to contemplate when it comes to a purchase. You might want to purchase a majority stake in all cases. You might want to purchase minority stakes. It all depends on you. And of course, you might want to be actively involved in running the business. You might want to be a passive investor. That, of course, all depends on your goals and objectives in what your mandate really is. Last, all these elements will determine which opportunity we present to you, simply because we will only bring to the table parties that have an actual interest in entertaining these ideas. It will be pointless for us to bring to you an off-market transaction where the owner is only selling a minority stake if you are looking to buy majority. That wouldn't make sense, because there is a no deal from the very beginning. Now, the point is, these are just the initial questions that I'm sure you're familiar with, that will really enable us to create a strategy around the off-market deal flow system that we're gonna put into the market for you. And basically what we will do is source, qualify, and present to you off-market transactions and investment opportunities that you can then take on and deal with, as you wish. The beauty of this is that really you can maintain your company under full confidentiality, so you don't need to expose your plans in the market, because we do everything on your behalf. And once you have selected these targets and you're ready to step into the game, then you can take over the target on your own, because we don't get involved in the sale process, and you get to control the process fully. You don't have any intermediary in between. You are in a one-on-one interaction with the seller. So that's a little bit about the process of onboarding for our DealFlow, off-market DealFlow service in the Middle East. Hope that answer and addresses some of the questions that you might have. And if you're interested in these off-market DealFlow services, make sure you check the link below. We generally take on only a few cases each quarter because we want to create bespoke solutions around our clients' needs. But if we have available slot, we'll be happy to support you on this. And so we look forward to hearing from you. And again, if you have an interest in this, make sure you check the link below and you talk to us about your interest in entering the Middle East. That's pretty much it, and I'll see you in the next one.